I love our religion. I love our faith. But sometimes it's a little much. And we don't get a break. And all around us, everybody's getting a break.
I don't think anyone catches a break. I think it seems like they catch a break, but I don't think anybody catches a break.
I see this sign here, and what does it remind me of? Work shall set you free. I feel like I'm heading off to the gas chamber right now. This is not the gateway to Auschwitz. This is not. I gotta let this go, don't I? I mean, how could a Jew not think that when he sees that?
I think the issue is we think about it a lot more than other people. But we're not going to stop thinking about it because it never stops. You would never stop thinking. That's thousands of years of conditioning, thousands of years of genetics have left us thinking about things all the time.
I don't know why I have to eat all this stuff all the time. I mean, I don't know what this is, but it seems to cover almost every sexual organ there is. Am I in a vegetable stand or like the treasure chest? I can't eat any of this. You know, Jews, we have so many rules and regulations. And I'm even worse. I'm a vegetarian. I can't even, I mean, it's bad. And yet, Gentiles, I mean, look, they could eat, what is this? I mean, it's a pig, like a chuck pork in the shape of a pig. Yeah, why not? They eat it.
Right here.
Right there, yeah, you gotta have that.
Barbecue pork.
Barbecued pork. Barbecued pork noodle soup.
Yeah.
So pork's your big thing. I mean, it'd be great to just once be able to eat anything you want to do. If you want to get a drink in the middle of the day, you get a drink. In my culture, we don't go to the bar during the day. Look at the bacon here. Look at that. Cheesy bacon fries, bacon pups. It's a Gentile world. It smells great, and I don't eat any. I mean, look at these people. They're at the bar, they're watching baseball, they don't have a care in the world. It's the middle of a business day. I can't even imagine my dad, like, at the check cashier, like 4:30, like heading to the bar. It's unimaginable. Frog legs. Oh my God, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. You got a close-up of that menu. You know why they have frog legs? Because most Gentiles could walk by and go, hey, frog legs, it tastes like chicken. I think I'm gonna have some. A Jew goes, frog legs? Are you kidding me? What pond did the frog come out of? Who caught the frog? How did is a frog kosher? What is a frog? Can I eat a frog? Is there a pond in LA? Where do you get bullfrogs? That's what a Jew's thinking.
We didn't complain. One could make the argument that we couldn't fix things. You have to look at things and say, this needs to be fixed. That somehow that there's a part of this that isn't quite right. Yeah, we're looking for the 1% that's not quite right, but then we help fix the things that if we can even fix a little tiny something, then that's already a blessing. That's already something that we've been able to do with our way of looking at the world, which in a way, as you're saying, is a little overly critical, is a little overly negative, is overly complaining in the way we express it. But the reality is, it's because we're looking to making the world a better place. Every little piece of it.
As Jews, it's positive that we voice our opinions and call out all the injustice in the world. I mean, that's kind of our role in life. And it's a glorious tradition. Don't get me wrong, it's a glorious tradition. We have the Bible and all the laws, but we have all the laws. Just one day where, like, if I, go out to buy a car and I test drive a Jetta, I'm not thinking about Auschwitz. I mean, can't I have that? I want to go to the bar at 4:30 in the afternoon. I want to eat frog legs and crawfish and chicory. What is all this stuff? My God, how are people alive eating this? Don't we get a break? Isn't there like a Jewish holiday where we get to just do anything? Like we get to be like a Gentile for a day? What is it about our culture? We're always worried and filled with anger and worry.
I'm worried about you.
You're worried about
I'm
me.
worried about you.
Yes.
I'm worried about you all the time.
You shouldn't be worried.
I'm worried because I'm Jewish.
I want to go to the bar. I want to have a drink. I want to eat ham hocks or whatever. Gentiles seem happier. They do. They seem happier. I mean, is that better? Is it better to be happy? Maybe, I don't know. But I want to find out. I want to find out what it's like to be a Gentile. Just once. Some of the great Gentile food is pies. I mean, endless pies. A Jewish deli is rugula, like the Jewish bakeries and all that stuff. But man, they just do pies and like endless pies, like pies, every kind of conceivable pie. I want to just start ordering pies. I want to start eating pies. So I see you got the star, Dave. I was brought up in kind of a typical American Jewish experience, right? And I noticed that I got a lot of worry and I've got a lot of anxiety.
Yes, I can relate to you. Yes, I can sympathize with what you're saying.
Hungary is like, they're having like this neo-Nazi party that's taking over. Have you read about that?
Yes, I have.
So, all right, you read about it. You're Gentile, you read about it, and you go, yeah, it kind of sucks, and you kind of move on.
Right.
I don't move on, okay? I read that, and then I read the comments, and then I see the Jew haters in the comments, and it's like, it makes me sick. By the time I'm done, I'm sick, I'm nauseous. My day's ruined. Just a typical day in my life. I want to just throw that up, I want to release that. I want to put that aside.
That's that tradition that we have been raised up still believing in that's heavy on us.
I'm looking for one day, Willie, where I could be a Gentile. Just one day I want to cut loose. I want to ride motorboats and all the things that like Jews don't tend to do. I want to cut loose. Am I out of my mind, Willie?
No, you're human. That's the human side of you. That don't make you out of your mind, but that is the human side of you. We have a tendency of wanting things and desiring things that even though our culture or religion don't allow us to have, we still desire those things. That's the human part of our human nature. But that don't make you wrong. That don't make you a bad guy. Actually, I think that makes you human.
Right.
Because our Yahweh always say, come unto him as you are. And he knows that you make mistakes. He knows that you're human and fallible. So these things, the temptation right there, try it out and see what's wrong with it. Try it out.
So just eat a pie.
Eat a pie. Technically, I'm wrong for actually telling you to indulge yourself like that and step out of it. But every now and then I feel as though we do need to find something that'll distract us away from all the worries in life.
What do you got for me? Any suggestions around here?
I'm looking at that lemon pie.
All right.
Myself,
All right. I'm going to buy you the lemon pie. Is that okay? Are you
You going to buy the whole lemon pie?
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, I'll put it on the show's tab. Which one? Is this one here? Where's the lemon pie?
That lemon strawberry.
This is.
That's the lemon strawberry.
Oh wow. Wow, that's a serious pie.
That's a serious
Yeah.
pie.
What does a pie like that run? Well, what is it? What does that cost?
That's $13.99.
All right. We're gonna go get your pie. No, we're gonna cut it in half. I'm getting half of it.
We'll come to the realization later tonight that, man, this really ain't kosher.
Yeah. No. Kosher's out the window, man. Kosher's out the window. I mean, everything's out the window with this.
Yeah, and go down there and have a nice beer.
All right.
Good, cold, refreshing
Willie.
glass of beer. Thank you.
I am gonna have it, Willie.
Who you are. It's such a part of who you are. Such a part of who I am. How could I ever get out of being who I am?
You don't ever go on a sea-doo,
I do. I have gone on a sea. I've gone on a motorcycle. It doesn't ever stop. Actually, it's part of. I think it's part of being healthy is to try to figure out what's enjoyable in life. Judaism doesn't want us to not have pleasurable experiences, but not being Jewish, not thinking we're Jewish, is not going to give us any more pleasure out of that.
The height of the Gentile dessert, the pie, the good old American pie. I don't eat enough of pie. And I'm going to start my Gentile journey. I'm going to have some pie. thanks to Willie. He gave me permission. He invoked the name of God. Had a Star of David around his neck. That's good enough for me. I got the blessing, and I'm going to eat like a real Gentile eats. Here we go. I'm not going to think about anything. I'm not going to count calories. I'm going to let it go. I'm not going to think about the carcinogens that might be in the meringue. I'm not going to think about that. No, I'm not going to think about the calories. I'm not going to think about the potential heart disease from the dairy cream. I'm not going to think about what antibiotics they gave the cows to create the dairy that I'm eating right now. No, I'm not thinking about it. I'm not going to think about the lemon. You know, I read a story about lemon being some of the most filthiest things at a bar when they did. No, I'm not going to think about those things. No, I'm going to only eat this pie. All right, here we go. Oh my God. Oh my. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. I could die right now. I could die. I've just seen a cardiac. I could die. Look at this. I'm doing it. Reckless abandon, baby. Reckless abandon. I just stayed almost half of an entire lemon cream, strawberry cream, meringue pie. It probably has 10,000 calories in it. And I'm sorry, I did it. I did it, and I'm proud of myself for doing it. I'm having some sort of weird sugar rush right now that I know internally all sorts of things are happening, but I'm not thinking about that. I'm gonna have one more piece. I gotta have one more. I'm eating all cream. It's unbelievable. All right. It's time to get a beer. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm going to the bar now. Right now, it's a business day. During the middle of the day, I'm heading out. I had my pie. I'm feeling good. What about depression or misery from all the suffering, the endless suffering?
Yeah, we've been passing on the misery for a long time. But
And it's legitimate misery.
But how do you separate yourself from that? That's the thing. It's like separating yourself from worry, but I think it's even harder. How can you let go of the sadness of the Holocaust? How do you don't think about it necessarily every day, but how can you say, I'm going to push that out of my mind? You can't say, you have no control over that. You have no control over pushing that out of your mind.
Well, you could kind of release it. It's 4:30, business day on Friday. We're going to have a beer. Have a beer with the boys. I bet you get a lot of people that come here, while they're working, they come here for a beer, right?
Yeah, you got lunch people. They come on their lunch break. They have 1 or 2 beers, and then they go back to work.
Right. I've never done that.
Hey, if it makes your day go by better, more power to you. Showed up today.
One more, and I'm gonna get another. That's good. All right, you used to go to work. Say that
And
again.
then my lunch at 12 o'clock, my roommate or my girlfriend and I would go to the gym and work out with our personal trainer. After we do that, we'd go straight to sushi. I'd eat sushi, drink 2 bottles of wine, and then I'd go back to work for a couple more hours, do my job, and then I'd go home. Easy peasy.
That's the secret to life, which you just explained. I don't remember my dad ever going to a tavern, middle of the day. That's what they call it, taverns. Jews don't go to taverns. We don't go to caverns. We don't do any of the verns. Let's say you cut out the Jesus part, right?
Right.
And I just embrace being a Gentile without the Jesus thing. All the things. Like to just go one day without, if I see a skin growth and not think that This is a death sentence.
Can't do it.
Why does that have to be a Jewish
You
thing?
can't do it. You can't do it.
But I want to do it. Somehow they're doing these things, and they're so happy doing it. And I'm a wreck. I've never been on a bungee cord. Have you?
No.
It scares the hell out of me.
Yeah.
But my Gentile friends, they've all done it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're great. You got to try it. And the first thing I think, no, I can't.
So maybe that's what you do instead of getting baptized. Jump off a bridge on a bungee cord.
Really?
I don't know.
I'd rather
You do both?
I take my chances in that
Then you're
underwater
still-
for
then
5
you're still-
seconds.
Then you're still doing that's too Jewish.
So baptism is basically Jewish anyway,
Because
right?
we have a mikveh.
We have a
That's
mikveh.
That's where they got
It's
it.
no big deal.
It's not a big deal. The water better have some sharks in it.
Lately, I've been reading a lot about the destruction of Jerusalem in 70 A.D. and that was actually the first real Holocaust for the Jews. I've been thinking about that. I kind of imagine myself being in that first Holocaust. But you know what? Not today. Not today, because I'm drinking with the boys. You know, I can be home worrying, home watching CNN, be thinking that government's too big or government's not big enough, thinking about the injustices of the world. How come electric cars aren't selling well? Don't people care? You know what? I'm not thinking about it because I'm drinking. I'm drinking and I'm not thinking about it. I could be thinking about this war in Syria and how it's going to spill over into Israel and what's going to happen to all the Jews in Israel. You know what? I'm not. I'm at the bar. I'm drinking. I'm drinking. I can think that I'm having palpitations while you're filming me. And I'm not thinking about it. I got beer. I got a beer. I'm drinking. How about the fact that I lost almost all my money in the stock market a couple of years ago investing in solar energy? Huh? You think that? I mean, put all my money in solar energy because I thought that was going to be an easy way to cure the global warming issue. All my money gone, shot, my life savings in solar stocks. But you know what? I'm not going to think about that today because I'm drinking with the boys. I could be thinking about how come I'm not as successful as many of my friends and relatives. I could be thinking about that. But why not? Because I've got a Dos Equis in my hand and I don't have to think about it. I could be thinking about just how profoundly low my self-esteem is. And I could contemplate it. And I could be talking to a therapist right now about it. But I'm not talking to a therapist about it right now. You know why? Because I'm drinking at a bar with the boys. That's why. It's amazing how few thoughts I have in my head right now. It must be the beer. Because I'm not thinking about anything, to tell you the truth. And why am I not thinking about anything? Because I've got a beer and I'm pounding them.
Do we have a Jewish release day? A day, a non-worrying, non-suffering, non-horror day where a free pass, a free ride, a one day, I know we got the Sabbath, and that's like lovely. I'm talking a day where you're not allowed to talk about any Jewish killings, murders, they're coming together, nothing. It's like a day of happiness. Can't I just know what that's like once? Rabbi?
I'm afraid to let it go.
Wow, you're afraid to let it go. That's exactly what I said, but I'm afraid to let it go. I won't be who I am anymore. What I am. It's that suffering is my signature.
It's part of what makes it all work. It's part of the ingredients that we turn into all the energy that we have the rest of our lives.
Wow. That suffering's the blessing. I think the blessing that makes us, it's the food that makes us
be the activists calling out all the bullshit in the world, to strive hard to be the best doctors in the world. And it's our fuel. It's our fuel. It's still going to Sea-Doo, can't I?
Yeah, I think you'll be okay. I think you'll be okay if you go on a motorcycle or a water vehicle. Just be careful.
Just be careful.